I can laugh a little bit.
All right, so it appears we are now live on Buzz Media. We do apologize. As our motto here at Buzz Media, it is not Buzz Media without technical difficulties.
Every technological difficulty is a learning experience.
It appears when we're doing tests and all kinds of stuff like that, it always works, and then the second the game comes, we have everything in the book thrown at us. But if you are now joining us, which you probably are, we're in the second quarter with about a minute left. It is 38-14. The Hornets are leading.
Shout out to our Leavitt Hornet. Also, we should probably introduce ourselves at this point. Or not. Would you prefer? At this point, I could remain anonymous.
That might be.
This could be more exciting. I could be like a masked singer. I am a flannels broadcaster that could remain anonymous. Because all those shout outs I gave, they're gone. So I still have to give at least 3. But anyways, so at this point, a quick recap. Leavitt jumped out to a very quick lead, and then we kind of started mixing in some of our younger players, and Morse was really able to capitalize on that. And then they kind of changed it up a little bit. They added some of the older players back in with the younger players, and so far it's really been a no contest at this point. We have Sawyer Hathaway in at quarterback. Instead, a lot of our seniors are now wearing senior pom-poms that they're very excited about, and they're headed into the half. So we'll give a little more information about the game as we enter this half.
Paul Warren, Alan Peabody.
Looks like some of our seniors probably won't be back in.
Very good game here tonight from Keegan Melanson right there.
Keegan Melanson with 2 touchdowns, Garrett Jabus with a touchdown, Alan Peabody with a touchdown. Camden Jordan has one, and Wyatt Hathaway has one. I think the scoring sequence there went Wyatt on it, like just kind of ran it in, and then the second one was Alan Peabody on a very long run with some really great blocking from Damian Calder. And then we had the pass, the wide open pass to Keegan Melanson. The secondary was pretty much, it almost looked like their backs were to their receivers, which is not what you want. And then the 2-point conversions actually went to each person so far, I think. And then Camden Casella has made 2 extra points. One cleared by, we called it a 7.5 women's shoe, and then the second one we called it cleared by a Clydesdale. I like to do different types of height. So as we enter the halftime, it's starting to sprinkle. Actually, I would say that's more than a sprinkle. I changed my mind. But we do want to add it in right now that there is a gentleman in the end zone over here. We've been watching him this entire game. He just got off the phone. We've been watching him. He's been on the phone. And I would really like to know a couple of things. Sir, who are you? 2, who are you talking to? And 2, what were you talking about? We have our Hornet out here with Abby Webster. It's our pink night here. We gotta do some work on the antennas here. Kind of like Anthony Davis eyebrows there. So, I'm no private eye, but our Hornet does have blonde hair. Are we paused? Are we still live? We're paused. We're still live? Okay, I will keep talking. A couple of other things that we've seen is, that gentleman is now having something to drink. He's very dressed up. I think he kind of looks like he's official, so I think he just kind of has that, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to be where I want to be. So at this point, Morse, when we kind of have that blend of the upperclassmen with some of the younger players here, there he is, hands in his pockets and everything. He's got headphones in? I wonder, you know what? I bet it's the bus driver. I bet it's Morse's bus driver. I'm going to form a full hypothesis and share it out loud. Thanks to Daniel Schiffelli for getting us live and for helping me catch this suspect person. If we had like the little wrist microphones talking to somebody, I would be like, suspect is on the move. He's wearing a white shirt, headphones, hands in pockets. He is coming this way, but I know he's never going to come this close.
For his safety, I sure hope
For his safety, he probably doesn't want to come near me. So yeah, tonight is senior night. Quite a few seniors here for our Hornets. Pretty much every single person had quite a following for them this evening. And we want to give a shout out to Morse for 22 cheerleaders.
22.
22, and they have 34 players on their roster, so I think the cheerleaders might get their own bus. They only need 2 buses to get here, I would think. From the Bath bus service. That's my guess. So, do you think that's a bat or one of those like lunar moths? Think we can catch that?
It does look like a bat up there.
It seems but I don't know. Oh, now it's in the light. We're never going to find it.
No.
It's like E.T.
Yeah.
It's
oh, wait.
Oh, coming out to the left here. So a couple of other things that happened during the game that we were watching. You know, Morse's defensive line, when Leavitt's line's really holding and doing, you know, not getting a holding penalty, but really staying in charge, it's pretty much a no contest. And they do have one player that has scored both of their touchdowns, and that is number 23, Gabe Acoin. And so far it's been pretty obvious about which team is in control here. But I could tell, you know, the coaches, you know, you could see at one point Coach Gray pulled over a lot of those kids after that long run by Acoin, and they got a little bit of a talking to.
They were set straight there by Gray.
Yeah. Yeah, especially, you know, because a lot of those kids are playing for him on Mondays. So
yeah, he
wants them, you know, this is their chance to get in and, you know. Oh, it's definitely a lunar moth, see it? I know, you guys are probably listening like, you know, squirrel. But now it's in the
my
ring,
advice
so
for the audience is
just hang in there.
Just get used to the comments.
Buckle
It'll be all night.
Oh, see, what's also potential is that this ground's going to start to get a little bit slippery. So our Hornet, hopefully there's some cleats with the Hornet. We've got a Hornet that's just living it up, doing some dance moves. Probably should have tucked the ponytail in just a little bit better, but
Definitely that up.
Maybe we won't zoom in for evidence.
Partially gives away the identity of the Hornet if you know who that belongs to.
Definitely not seeing our white shirted button-up man.
Huh.
I'm watching it. I'm ready. We also want to give a shout out. We were talking about it right before we got live. Is that there's a new sign on the new field hockey boosters and film booth. It's got regional championships, conference championships, and state championships. Did I get that in the right order? Or is it backwards? Conference, regional, state?
Yes.
I also made Mason prove his visual qualities because he zoomed in and I wasn't sure. So, we shall see.
There is a member of the opposing media team.
I wonder if are they looking at us?
Huh. Maybe that's what's going on.
I wonder if the guy in the corner has been talking to them. That has potential.
My guess was that he was some sort of secret agent, but...
Secret agent man.
It just lingers at random high school football games all across the country just to look suspicious.
Just wants to make sure.
I do believe he found that we blew his cover, and now he has decided...
They said, okay, they're not live yet, but we've hacked into the system. They're on to you.
They want to hack into our Wi-Fi.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Leave advertisements on
for sure.
on the computers, that's what it is.
Yeah, oh yeah. And it's pink night here. We talked about we decided to call it the wave facial pattern there.
The old classic wave. I do believe that has probably been in at every football game in existence.
Ever? Prove it.
There's some
1974 homecoming, Leavitt Area High School. I wasn't even alive, so I have no idea.
Huh.
Let's hit the archives.
I would think that was a 90s thing. I feel like the 90s children...
If you are a 90s Hornet fan, you'll have to let us know. I'm receiving a text that he is definitely the bus driver. But we'll see. I mean, that's a very well-dressed bus driver, I'll say that.
Can you cite your sources there?
Yeah, Joshua Murphy, cite your sources. Or is maybe that's who he was on the phone with this whole time.
Huh. I do believe now that he has been compromised, I do believe he snapped his cell phone, threw it in a ravine, and now he's gone.
He got the puddle back here. You know when they just snap the cell phone, throw one half in the trash, and throw in the other? They like crush the chip, Jason Bourne style, you know.
Maybe he ate the chip, I don't.
Yeah, could have eaten it. That's a tactic, that's for sure.
He's got to protect his identity.
Oh, I am now known as Miss Anonymous.
Miss Anonymous.
I support that. I would like to say shout out to my mother, officially, because she knows who I am. She knows that I'm doing this. And shout out to my grandmother, who thought she was going to be on the stream earlier, but sorry, you're not. Yep. Mr. Davis is actually not here, which is why Miss Anonymous is here.
I was hoping to masquerade as Mr. Davis here tonight.
I'm going to get you darker hair. And definitely get the facial hair is not there yet. It's all right, though.
No.
In due time.
Speaking of facial hair, has anybody seen Mr.
Foster's door?
Mr. Foster's doorway.
Very exquisite. They were even doing it like almost like that, like that pixelated art pieces and all kinds of stuff. It's
They have a make your own Davis. So for
that.
the fans that don't know, there's a picture that is just it's legendary here at Leavitt of Mr. Davis with a mustache.
Yep.
And
definitely someone that can grow facial hair with ease.
Well, certainly. It is actually it's wintertime, so I'm sure November is coming up, so I'm
no
sure
shave
he's
November.
gearing
That's
up.
right.
I'm sure he's gearing up to, grow out a full beard.
We should challenge it to like a Fu Manchu. That would look absolutely ridiculous, which I support.
On Davis?
Yes.
I do believe Davis would enjoy that sort of controlled chaos.
Yeah. I bet it would be pretty awesome. But yeah, so as we got 5.5 minutes here in the half. If you have any questions about what happened in the first half, please feel free to throw them on the questions, and we'll do our best to let you know. My goal is to leave Mason speechless a couple of times, so I've done it twice.
She already
but
has.
Now they're not documented. So, yep, we shall see. But it looks like it's a light rain. I'm going to put my hand out here and try to really diagnose the situation. Elliot Mashura better be careful. He's on crutches, and now he's walking on wet bleachers. That's not smart. That's going to put you on crutches again, or just longer.
We have caught the moth.
There it is. There's the lunar moth. That's what those are called, right? I'm not a science teacher. I'm a health teacher.
If only DeSoy was here.
Oh, the classic bubble umbrella here. Shout out to Mackenzie Treadwell.
Clear umbrella.
I don't know why I called it a bubble.
That is just the.
It looks like bubble wrap.
That is the epitome of style right there.
Very suave. Yeah, so this lunar moth really wants to be a part of us right now. So, if it decides to join us in the booth, we will welcome it with open arms. We don't discriminate against any kind of moths. Except for maybe those brown-tailed ones. They can get out. Those guys can get out of here.
I don't know what that is or why it needs to leave, but
we welcome it. Doesn't have to go anywhere. So, do we get any questions so far? No, just a shout-out.
Warren Shaw in the house, for those of you wondering if he made his appearance.
Yep. The chain gangs. Ooh! Oh, someone's throwing pine cones now.
Pine cone has.
There is no one on the field, but we've got someone angry because there are pine cones in motion.
Speaking of Warren Shaw, there he goes as he ducks behind that man. The very elusive Warren Shaw.
He's also like, look at this lunar moth. This thing is everywhere. It's over here now. Oh, the chain gang is starting to return, but they've added some layers for some warmth. There's definitely the rain is adding another layer of cold here tonight, I would say.
It appears we have another mystery man in a red jacket.
I'm pretty sure he's on the chain gang.
Chain gang?
I'm pretty sure that's Mr. Chenard.
Huh.
Yeah, that's even weirder. I know who some of these chain gang people are. I'm on the inside.
You have the intel.
I have infiltrated like the bus driver.
So do you know if the chain gang knows of the Buzz Media antics towards the chain gang?
I'm going to go with no.
No?
I don't think so, which makes it even better. And I'm not telling him. I'm not ruining it. I will not ruin it, for sure.
Let the mystery live on here.
Yeah, see, look, Chain Gang, he's putting on his, he added a layer. He went from the gray sweatshirt to, looks like that might be a little like a shell, those shell jackets, right? All right, Morse has returned to the field. There was 2 injuries that have occurred. They didn't really happen on the field. You could just kind of see him evolving afterwards. Number 50 for Morse, which is Dylan Melvin. He was, the ref wanted, look, there's a lunar moth again. There it goes. It's a part of our team right now. Oh, it has landed on the kicking net. I don't know if we can catch that. Oh, now it's in motion. It's heading. There's something going on with this lunar moth. I'm just putting it out there. It's on the ground. If a player steps on it, I'm going to take notice and I'm going to talk to them.
Suspended.
Yep. I might need to tell Hunter Hayes, who's just returned, that he needs to protect it. But anyways, the other injury that has occurred was one for Leavitt. Jaden Banks, looks like there was some ice packs getting put on. He was being treated by trainer Nancy Fournier. Not sure if he's going to return to the game or not. Can you get the lunar moth?
He is he or she, depending on.
We don't assume.
Okay, well, I don't know how to tell the gender of a moth just by getting a vague glimpse of it.
I don't know. I don't even know with or without that information.
Moving on.
I'm not a biologist. What's someone that studies insects? I should probably know these things as an adult, but let's face it.
I feel like Miss Madison would be able to tell.
Okay, Miss Madison or Miss Chapman or Miss Talbot. If any of you are watching, please let us know who are the people that study moths specifically.
Shout out Miss Madison.
Yeah, or Talbot. Plethora of knowledge.
Huh.
She's quiet, but she's got the info.
I have not had Talbot yet.
I believe if you take anatomy and physiology, she'd be your go-to.
That's true.
As the players are warming back up, so far the moth is safe, and we got some music coming up, getting everyone excited.
No, the moth just
the moth is still safe.
Narrowly avoiding some
Oh
steps.
my goodness, some coaching staff. Oh my goodness, Rick Peabody almost stepped on it. Oh, now it's back in motion. It can sense the threat. It's back in motion. This is like, is this trying to rival as a mascot as the Hornet? What's going on? Just hanging out right above right at the 50, right above the officials. What's going on with this moth?
The moth that has now become the focal point of this.
I am fixated. I have to admit it.
Along with the mystery man over on his cell phone.
He hasn't returned, so his cover was definitely blown. We gave a shout out to Coach Bach for having carpal tunnel surgery this morning and being back on the field because he is ready to go. I can't give any more information because I will ruin my identity.
That's true.
That's true. I am officially anonymous.
You don't think they know who you are?
Oh, wait, we got an answer for Roger Varney. A lepidopterist is a person who studies moths. Thank you very much, because they would be having a field day taking copious notes about this lunar moth. I don't even know where it is right now. It's gone into hiding. I think it can sense it's probably not safe to be on the field right now. We're getting ready to get started here. 30 seconds left. So then you can listen to me stop talking about this moth and more about football. I'll do my best to give you some information. Thanks for the fries, Sawyer. I'm just kidding, I don't want any. My mom made me dinner tonight, and it was delicious.
What did you have for dinner tonight?
My mom, she got an Instant Pot, and she's super excited about it. So she made me like a Tuscan pasta with like sun-dried tomatoes and spinach and like cream sauce and some chicken. It was delicious. And I didn't have to. I just walked in. She was like, "I'm gonna make you dinner," and it made my day.
All right. So
as an adult, having someone make you dinner without having to pay for it, huge.
So if you know anybody who has a
Instant Pot, aka everyone,
made a
don't have one, you should get. Oh my goodness, we're being attacked by another moth.
We have a moth inside of the booth.
There is a moth that just almost attacked Mason's face.
That was rather terrifying. The moths have taken
we
over.
need to get a lepidopterist here ASAP. If you know one, come on down. We'll let you in.
There's another moth right there.
Oh my goodness, this
Thank
is
you
like
for joining the
what is
stream.
it, birds?
He or she is waiting for their interview.
Good job not assuming. Yeah. All right, so we are setting up here for the kick. Dominic Dickinson is going to be kicking off. He's a senior. He was pretty busy the first half because I believe he's definitely been probably had about 5 punts in the first. There was one where he was right back up in the end zone, so the risk of a safety was actually pretty high.
Very, especially with Camden Jordan closing in.
Oh yeah, that's his specialty. All right, here goes the kick. It's caught by freshman Brett Coburn, who's on the return here.
Makes
there we go.
A very simple.
About 20 yards.
Simple but effective cut there from just a quick little step to the side, able to throw the defender off. Very smooth move there.
Considering he's a freshman, that's, he handled that pretty well. Yeah, as we look out here, a lot of our seniors were demanding pom-pom hats. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Allen's got one on.
Yep. Allen, Cole.
Riley had one on.
Wyatt just put one on. Let's see what Camden Jordan does. Jaden Banks has taken it looks like his shoulder pads are off now, so it looks like he will not be returning to the game. All right, here we go. We've got Garrett Jabush on a big run. He's going to make, if he can get fast, he's going to make it for a full run here for the touchdown. I don't think he got touched from the time he grabbed that ball. Oh, wait, he's taking it. It looks like his shoulder pads are off. So So that's a big run there. Ball was on the 45, so they made it all right. Here we go. Zone. Garrett J. Bush on a big run. He's going to make if he can get back, he's going to make it for a full run. Where we left off in the first half here, 44-14. It's Chloe starting the cheering. The air has definitely changed with the rain. It definitely got a little bit colder here. There are some moths up in the air flying around. But this rain must be really deterring them. They must want to get inside. All right, so there's a handoff and a touch. The 2-point conversion is complete. Looked like Deegan Jordan actually received the ball and handed it off to Sawyer Hathaway. So that is 46-14. Oh, Alan Peabody is definitely feeling the cold as well. He has now put on a jacket over his shoulder pads.
Alan Peabody,
That's quite the look there.
Like
I don't even know what that. It's like a. I don't even know. I can't think of what it looks like.
What I would say it looks like is when you watch those old. I don't even know what to call it. There's just like fun summer children movie maybe where the two kids try to stack up on top of each other.
Oh, Little Rascals.
Yeah, something like that. I'm trying to.
Alfalfa Switzer and Spanky McFarland. All right, so Leavitt's going to kick off here. Alan Peabody looks amazing.
I think he's hiding the fact.
We may have to get him up here for an interview if possible.
We're going to have to ask him whether he has arms or not. We'll need him to confirm that information.
Is he subbed out because his arms are too cold? All right. So that was a pretty decent kick there. Made it about almost 30 yards there with probably about a 4-yard return. So as we're going in here, we're definitely seeing some of our younger kids in the game. Let's see what they do here in terms of. Let's see here. Shout out to Austin McLean. He's got the towel. Oh, he's got a big responsibility now. He is keeping that towel dry. That towel's got to stay safe. Those footballs need to stay dry. He's in. He's reached it. He's made it. All right, here. Looks like Morse really didn't have any success passing except for one play the whole time in the first half. So it seems like they're probably going to stick to the run if they're really going to try to really make much of what's been going on. They went almost the entire first with negative yards on all of their plays. Then, as Leavitt started to kind of sprinkle in some of their younger players, they were able to move the ball a little bit, and they did get two penalties in one of those drives that really helped them with the touchdown that they got. So we'll see. But I definitely think it's going to be a running game for here, and I would say probably even the Hornets are going to be doing a lot of running as there's rain coming down, which means harder to hold, harder to throw, harder to catch. So I think there's going to be a lot of running going on. So we'll see. What do you think? How do you feel about it?
As always, I am. I'm just. I don't think I'm qualified to try to, dissect the inner workings of.
What about moths?
My
Did you dissect a moth? All right, so they're setting up here again. 3rd and short. Ball's on the 39. Definitely another running play. It looks like he probably got the first down there. Looks like it.
But it does appear that our moth friend that flew inside
has found a hole.
He's still sitting there along with the Shefeli clan. Just
joined the Shefelis. This moth here that you guys have really wanted to be a part of our booth. So we've been talking about moths here for a little bit because there is a very large lunar moth that has been. Thank you. There is a very large lunar moth just hanging out around here. So Mr. Shaw just came over and validated this. So I know you don't really know who I am, but I'm not as weird as I may sound. Because it's questionable. I will say that it is questionable. If you really know who I am, I'm definitely an odd duck. But here we go. Oh, they are going to pass it. Let's see yeah. So if the route had been completed, they had a chance of catching that one there, but Rufino Driscoll did a nice job of kind of almost like jamming that receiver at the line, so we really couldn't get to where the ball was being thrown.
Certainly.
You kind of want to see the... What? Okay. right, and being communicated with by coaches directly. I'm on the inside.
That is all the information you're going to receive on her identity right now.
Yep. I was addressed formally by a coach. So, there was a flag on the play. Looked like a false start on Morse, so they're going to get bumped back a little bit here.
Against Morse. A 5-yard penalty.
Another clue to my identity is that I do work at the school. I'm not just a random person that decided to show up and say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to join Buzz Media tonight.
We found you begging for gas down at Angelo.
I was at Murray's and I was like, I don't know how to use this new system.
Just anybody got some spare gas?
All right, so here we go. It looks like it's going to be another running play, but maybe a rollout here. He's going to try and read it. Shorter pass. There we go. It's taken down by Landon Arsenal. He's a sophomore. I may have spoken to this student today, and they were very excited about tonight's game because they knew that Leavitt was going to take charge and they were going to get it.
I do believe you just put his life in danger, as everyone is now going to swarm to him. Be like, who is it? Who is it?
Yeah, and the lunar moth for sure.
That moth is still just chilling in his spawn.
It is. Oh, yeah. This one, yeah. The moth that has penetrated the fortress.
It just blew in and it's just been sitting there.
I feel like Mr. Felly could pet it, and it wouldn't move. At some point, this may be an experiment that we actually test out. Oh, Joseph Dickerson said they would be there, but it is raining. It is raining. If you do not, I will tell you, the air is cold.
It's very cold. Luckily, we do have Buzz Media here to provide you your second half action.
Yes, we're here. We've been here the whole time, but now we're really here. It's real now. Let's see here. So it's 4th and 13. Morse is, I'm assuming they're going to punt. Because this is one of those things where every once in a while, if it's 4th down, and depending on where you are in the field, that could really determine whether you go for it or not. But this is not the time to go for it. This is a punt, hopefully.
At this point, I just think it's quality control. You know, you want to keep the score down.
All right. So, ball definitely had some good height to it, which caused it to roll. It's at about the 27-yard line. Maybe they bump it up to 28. We'll see. Oh, watch out. There's a spider right there. Might be coming for your french fries. Apparently, I am very in tune with insects.
I do believe this is kind of a, is it Alice in Wonderland?
Maybe.
Is that the one where she gets the birds to help her? Cinderella, maybe?
Jumanji? Cinderella. Oh, yeah, she has the birds and the mice and the dog named Bruno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do believe you would attract insects with your song.
Don't the villains usually attract the insects and stuff? Isn't that kind of like their MO? All right, good run there by Rufino Driscoll.
Rufino Driscoll on the carry.
So it's going to be...
Slipping up on the wet field there, it appears.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't reach Washington Redskins 49ers level, where it basically becomes a slip and slide. While it would be kind of fun to watch, I don't think it would be fun to play in.
Most certainly, and safety is always a concern here.
Especially with the score, 46-14. You're trying to develop some of those younger players, but you don't want anyone to get hurt.
It is always the concern.
All right, here, Sawyer Hathaway is the quarterback. Looks like it may be... All right, here we go.
Ben Soroy with
a nice run here.
Oh, there we go.
Nice
one man to beat. He is taken down from behind by number 5 from Morris.
I don't see a number 5. Anonymous. Another anonymous. So what we've decided is every anonymous player will be deemed as a Morse cheerleader. So the Morse cheerleader is quiet, but assisting in great ways.
How many? 22 cheerleaders?
22 cheerleaders. 22. Thank you to Ms. Shafeli for checking that. And I believe her. She could probably tell me just about anything, and I believe her. She's a trustworthy person. So, Hornets are set up here, driving down the field. This is what you wanted to see in the first half from the younger kids. Sawyer Hathaway with the run here. Tell the field's starting to get a little bit slippery, but he still had a pretty decent gain there of about 5 or 6 yards, so that's good. Do you have senior lineman Brent Grant's still out there, so that's always good to keep some experience in there to help the kids out, the youth. They're younger than me, so I can always call them the youth. However, Mason Woodbury is older than me, so he is much more into his retirement plan than I do.
Who?
Just really keeping everybody on
I don't
edge.
know how to respond to that. I think for legal purposes, I'm not going to respond.
All right, Rufino Driscoll with a nice run there to get the first down. Really awesome to see Rufino Driscoll get to carry the ball this half. Reeve Twitchell has come out with a sweatshirt underneath. You can tell some of these some of the players that were in the first half are starting to feel the cold.
Certainly, I'm sure they are getting very cold out there.
Yep.
Reeve, get a little zoom on that.
Yeah, this is, I think there should be a new segment of catching cold players, because the way that some of them are, you know, kind of looking when they're cold is pretty funny here.
Here's Tommy Casey.
Is not cold.
Not felt the heat at all.
Not cold
Sawyer
whatsoever.
Hathaway
Sawyer Hathaway in.
Touchdown.
Awesome play there. Doing a really nice job of seeing the defenders. He makes some really nice adjustments there. And shout out to the line. Always making it possible. So it is now 52-14, which I believe when you were up by 35, the clock begins to continue to run, regardless of every play. So
I did not know that.
That is a rule.
Is that just a high school rule, or is that?
I believe so. Yep. So I believe we're going to reach running time here. Uh-oh.
Ball.
A little bit of a
Sawyer Hathaway
here.
picks it
Left-handed pass. Oh, but that one's picked off.
Intercepted.
I mean, a left-handed pass, you know, 2-point conversion, kind of going for it. He's left-handed? I thought he was right-handed this whole time. Well, apparently he's been lying in class, because he is definitely... No, just kidding. Sawyer has some explaining to do for pretending to be ambidextrous and fooling me.
The handedness of your students.
It's all right. I may have done another Buzz Media game where I didn't know it was halftime, so it's all right.
This
is a very long time out, so...
And I thought I thought we had, reached insanity with Davis, but this is just, a whole new dimension here with our mystery.
Well, they've done a lot of, that was the first throwing play that I think I'd really captured, so now I know. And guess what? I won't forget.
For the rest of time.
For the rest of time. And when I see him on Monday, I'm going to say, how dare you not telling me you're left-handed? There's supposed to be a scouting report, and I didn't get one. So, as we said, time will continue to run. And then they decided to stop it right there, so we'll see. But that's all right. All right, so here come the Hornets to kick off. Looks like, is this going to be Dayton Calder taking the kick?
Dayton Calder getting a kick.
You get a kick, and you get a kick, We'll see what happens.
What's happening here tonight. I believe the oldest out there is Ashton Gray. Actually, no, Rufino Driscoll out on the end.
Rufino's getting those reps. Pretty decent kick there. Ball got to about the 26. They're saying he called for a fair catch, or kind of dropped the knee there. So that's the end of the third. It is 52-14. All right. We may need to get a check on Alan Peabody and make sure he's still warm enough.
Alan, are you okay? Where is he?
Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee. Do you need a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
We have some information.
Oh, I've been seeing this question lately, and I think I saw it on a sports show that I watch. Do you think, as we're in between here, do you think that chili is a soup?
Chili?
Yeah, do you think it counts as a soup?
Let me go with no.
So what is it? How do you classify different, there's like stew, and then there's like a whole division of like chowders, right? And then there's soup.
Chili.
And then I see people call things stoop for like stew soups. So,
Chili might just be a whole breed of its own.
Is it its own animal? Great score. You're right, Michael Mayo. We are in charge. The Hornets are in charge.
But I'm going to ask you this, and you're not going to understand it, but once I explain, do you think that blended up beans are a soup?
Like pinto beans? Like when they're like...
Baked beans.
See, like, I almost think of baked beans as like glazed carrots, where like they're still in their state, but they've been modified a little bit with something, and it leaves a little bit of fluid, like glazed carrots.
And next question, do you think that blended beans should ever be drinking inside of a classroom?
Oh, did this happen? That's right. This happened up in Gentura's room, right?
Gentura's room, yes. Gentura drank a can of blended beans.
A can of blended beans. Yeah, I feel like that would be rough. That'd be a rough thing to digest. Hard on the palate.
I do
All right.
thoroughly enjoy
so
it.
We are at 2nd and 11. Morse. Oh, they did a little bit of a wide pass, kind of like a shovel pass out there. Watch out for the Chang Gang. They are precious to us.
Chang Gang are very.
So the play didn't really result in much, but we did miss the fact that we didn't get to talk about Morse did try a little bit of tomfoolery earlier. The first person on the kickoff, they received the ball, then they tried to do like a handoff, and then they did like a lateral pass, but ultimately the ball didn't really advance from there. No. It was exciting to watch, but it didn't really result in anything. Oh, the moth has moved, by the way.
Oh, the moth is now.
All right, so we've got some running here. Looks like maybe about 1 to 2 yards on that one. Kind of depends on when the official's going to say the contact really ruled the play dead. So it's going to be 4th down. So let's see. Oh, you can hear the kids getting warned. Don't you dare jump off sides, which is always great advice.
That is.
What not to do.
Sound
jump
advice
off sides.
From the mystery man who yelled that.
Yes.
Speaking of mystery men, where has our secret agent gone?
I wonder.
Bus driver?
I mean, what if because his identity was breached, he actually took his bus and left? And then we have to transport Morse back to the school.
Maybe he's now driving out to the desert and he's going to torch. He's about to
I'm going
torch the
somewhere
bus.
warm. Goodbye.
Oh, he's going to torch the bus.
All right, Ben Soroy going to get that ball. Looks like he's going to go. He's going to try and make some plays here. I mean, at this point, he's advanced the ball a couple of yards, taken down.
Ben Soroy on the return.
At that point, I mean, trying to make a run out of that, there's no harm in that at this point.
It appears that Trevor Godin was trying to show me his rings. We were in the middle and he was yelling for me.
And now he's
a little catching.
Oh, yep, I see the rings there. Yep.
He's fixing the hair.
Yep. Yep.
Trevor.
All right, we're trying to get this the student the acknowledgement that they are desperately searching for. These rings. All right. Leavitt is on the move here. There is a flag on the play and a fumble, so we need to be careful here. Shout out to Bo Mayo for taking that player down and reaching for the football. That's something that you don't always see out of a freshman, so that's something good, trying to recover the play. So we'll see what this flag means, because if the penalty's against Leavitt, then Morse can just kind of take this football.
Ryan Tebow is currently unaware, but I am sending him some Dunkin'.
Oh, exciting.
It's going to be delivered by our Postmates.
We should probably get Sawyer involved here at some point, right?
I do believe is his camera up?
I don't know. Well, we'll figure it out, maybe.
He's off enjoying himself somewhere.
Nothing says support like a chocolate glazed donut.
It is. the donut.
He is smelling the donut. That's a very interesting tactic.
You need any of your donut needs, I am the guy for you. I got the hookup.
Do you work at Dunkin'?
Should
you?
I'll leave that a mystery. Should I?
You don't, do you? All right, so as we said, there is running time, unless if Morse really does something to change this. Alan Peabody is definitely still keeping his arms in that coat.
Alan Peabody, don't know if his arms have fallen off at half.
This is so far from your face that no one can hear you, sir. I would like to remain completely anonymous by not speaking at all. All right, so there's a timeout here. Coach Hathaway has gone out to talk to some of these youngsters. So we'll see what happens here. I know that there's definitely some freshmen that are really hoping that this is their chance. Some Friday Night Lights. We shall see, but maybe next week. You never know. We shall see what Leavitt ends up with here.
We have a home game next week? Oh,
it looks like Alan Peabody has shed his jacket for some photos.
The photo op, Camden Jordan.
I think we should tell him he has to have a photo with the jacket on. Oh, wait, is he going to ask for it back? Let's watch the film here. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, yeah, he's going to put the jacket back on. He thinks that it's not going to be captured, but we're on it. Brought to you live. All right, here comes Leavitt. 1st and 5, so that flag before the timeout was against Morse. So here we go with Leavitt. Sawyer Hathaway has the ball. He hands it off to Rufino Driscoll. Looks like he maybe slipped up there, but looks like Morse's line was ready for him on that one. So looks like it really wasn't much of a gain. If they gave him a gain at all, actually I think they took away a yard on that one. So a little bit of slip in the mustard.
Does it appear the Calders are getting themselves a photo op over there?
Oh, there we go.
Don't think we didn't see you over there, Calders.
We're ready. Although Alan hasn't zipped up the jacket yet. It looks like he is zipping it up, though. Yeah.
Tommy Casey just unaffected by the cold.
Man, you know those people that they're just like, what do you mean I'm not cold? I'm like, what? How is that possible? Here we go. He's off and running. That was Braxton Rowe, number 27, I believe. Hopefully. Hopefully that's correct.
Brought down by number 27, Mark Giddy.
Maybe the headband has something to do with Tommy Casey's, his...
Good enough for a Hornet. First down.
Is he just an adrenaline person, just so hyped to
Maybe his chi has been improved by the headband tonight.
Maybe. Could be. All right, so let's see here. We've got a 1st down for our Hornets. Sawyer Hathaway to receive this ball. We've got a little bit of motion here. That was number 24. That's Manny Driscoll. So we just went from Driscoll to Driscoll. Looks like he had a gain of about 5 to maybe, oh no, they're going to give him almost 8 yards on that one, so that's awesome. Shout out to Manny. Blaine Shaw coming off. Braxton Rowe coming off. All right, let's see here.
2nd down and 3.
Haven't seen the lunar moth in a little while. Just gonna give a quick lunar moth update. It's been a hot minute.
Rufino Driscoll on the carry.
All right.
Still have not seen the
so Rufino Driscoll on the carry for that one. They do get the 1st down. And for the Hornets, with the running time, just really running the ball, giving the line a little bit of work, trying to make those gaps for those players to get through. Oh, my time on the official here. It looks like we've got an injury to Rufino Driscoll. Based on the jog, I'm not quite sure if it's a lower or upper extremity. Perhaps a chest cold.
It's very cold here tonight.
It looks like maybe it's a knee, ankle. It's gonna get checked out by our wonderful trainer, Nancy Fournier. She hasn't been that busy tonight though. Just one other player.
I'm sure she hopes to not receive any.
Yeah, if she doesn't, if she has a slow night, that's a good thing for her.
That is a very good thing.
All right, let's see here. On the run, gain of about 4 or 5 yards here, and that was Manny Driscoll stepping up for his injured brother. Uh-oh, we got a player down for Morse. So we'll have a kind of like an official's timeout here to really check. Nancy Fournier's actually going to go out and check on this player. I'm wondering if Morse's athletic trainer, Santana Wilson, who I actually know, big field hockey player, she may, oh no, she looks like different trainer than the one that's listed on this paper, because I know who that is. But they're going to check on this player. Definitely in some pain. Fans are quieting down out of respect. He is flexing his feet, which is usually a good sign, in terms of mobility. All football injuries are definitely ones you don't take too lightly just because of the nature of the sport and injuries that could be caused. So as this player comes off the field, he is up and walking, so that is definitely the best thing possible here. That was number 59, Ben Dowdy, so good to see him up and walking. And the time will start running again. All right, the Hornets are headed backed out. Backed out.
Huh.
Putting words together. That's all right. All right, so let's see here. Looks like Andon Cabral is lined up on the outside here. Let's see if they're going to get a pass off. They're going to go for the run, which makes a lot of sense. Jake Mellon, the freshman, with the run. So it's nice to see these freshmen getting in there. I'm sure they're happy about it. There are some sophomores out there as well.
A few juniors sprinkled in there.
Yeah, some
Asa Leavitt.
Some sprinkled seasonings. Yeah, just go for it.
Just,
you know,
once
and
again.
There is an update. We have not seen our suited up. Oh, I found him.
He's here.
He's still here. He's wearing headphones. We've got a pass here,
Into
wide
the
open
end zone. Number 47.
to Blaine Shaw,
Blaine Shaw, brother of Orange Shaw.
son of Evan Shaw,
Son of another Shaw, I assume.
of Turner, Maine.
As you can
He had
see.
plenty of time to get wide open. He ran the route correctly, stayed open, watched that ball, secured it all the way. It's one of the biggest things you always want to see. It is now 58-14, and let's see what's going to happen here. Are they going to go for two, or are they going to go for some type of a kick? Looking like two.
Blaine Shaw receiving a standing ovation from his older brother, Orange Shaw.
Yep. All right, so let's see what they do here. Looks like we've got a run, and it's going to be Hunter Gagliardi just short on about the 1 yard line.
Hunter Gagliardi brought down by number 8, Garland Dickinson.
All right, so we have 2 minutes and about 10 seconds left.
Still a lot of game to be played here.
Definitely quite a bit. It's a barn burner. Which, you know, I mean, where did that phrase come from? I know I know you can Google it and someone's gonna be like, this is exactly what it is. But sounds like we know.
Davis and I have had this conversation at a basketball game.
Yeah.
The whole barn burner, where did that come from? I do believe Davis, his explanation, I don't know if this is true or not, is that if the game was so good, they would just burn the barn down that they were playing inside of at the end.
Oh, okay, I see. I was like, was this like a rivalry? Like, I'm going to burn your barn. Now you're going to burn my barn. Like, you know, that would be bad.
They just burn the barn down that they happen to be playing their sporting event inside
Yeah, you
of.
don't want that either.
It's that good of a game.
All right, here. So Dayton Calder on the kick. The third kicker tonight. It's a nice hard kick there. Made it to the 30-yard line, received, and he is taken off there. Pretty good, about 15-yard gain for them.
Dickinson on the return.
All right, here come our defending Hornets.
Roy making the stop on special teams.
Let's see here.
Ball mark at the 42. First down and 10.
Oh, hustling off there. So the update on where our suspecting gentleman is, and I don't know if the camera can get to him because he's just off to the side of the fencing here. There are 33 seconds left. But he's got the over-the-ear foam headphones. There's a young person that came right in the way here. I don't know if we can get him.
The reflection from the windows making it rather difficult, but he is there.
He is there. We found him.
He's now on our side. I do believe he defected.
So he's now saying I'm going to gain more intel by getting closer. There are 5 seconds left here. With the running time, that makes a really big difference on what time this game ends. There is officially no more time left. Our Leavitt Hornets have won 58-14, holding Morse scoreless in the second half.
Alan Peabody takes the jacket off and heads.
He does take the jacket off. Very important thing to notice because I'm going to talk to him about it on Monday. Thank you for joining us for the second half of this game. We apologize that it wasn't on there for the first one. Every game, we learn something new.